Tracy and the Big D here on a Wednesday night, right through till 10 o'clock. I hope you can stick around. Well, Tracy, it's been ages since we caught up with Lianna Rose. Last time we caught up with her, she was still chasing Mary for a tractor. That's how long.
You got a good memory.
That's how long it is since we spoke to Lianna. But she's got a brand new album out. It's called Travellers, and she's got a brand new single out called Willy Wagtail. So I thought we might catch up with Lianna and find out what she's been doing in that time. Hey, Lianna, how you going?
I'm really great. How you guys going up there, you know?
It's been very wet today.
Yeah.
Very wet today, but no, we're going okay. Congratulations on the new album, and how was the launch back last month, we can say now?
Well, yes. I mean, it is the 1st of April, so I can say, yes, it's almost been a month since the album was released, and it was a fabulous night. We had a great album launch, one of the best ones I've had. I've only had 2 album launches, but I must admit this one topped it.
The thing that took me about this album was just how much writing is involved. I mean, it's a big album. You see how people getting away with putting on 8 or 9 tracks on an album. This is a big album, and with the exception, I'd say, of one track, they're all self-penned. There's not even any collaboration in there. That must have taken a lot of work.
Yeah, thanks so much. I mean, I did. I put all my efforts into this one. I mean, as a writer, I'm a bit personal anyway, but I used to think that, I needed somebody else's hand or advice or a co-write here or there. But as I grew older, I just realised that, you know what, I'd like people to know who I am as a writer. I want people to understand, my diversity and what I do and my ups and downs, and hopefully this album has captured it all.
So do you consider yourself a singer-songwriter or songwriter-singer?
Songwriter-singer, absolutely.
Beautiful.
All the way, yeah.
And now we're talking with Lianna Rose, everyone, so you can catch up. We'll tell you all about where you can get hold of her album, and we're going to play her new single, Willy Wagtail, before this chat's complete. Now, one of the things that I've got to tell you, Tracy, was so envious.
I know.
And I'm going to preface this by last year we had the opportunity of meeting Dennis Locorio from Doctor Hook. And we were mad Doctor Hook fans, and I imagine being of this, you would have been similar.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you got a highlight. We got to meet Dennis Locorio last year, sit down and have a bit of a chat with him. You got to meet your idol earlier on this year. Tell us about that.
Oh, with Rodney Crowell?
I was thinking Susie Quattro.
Oh, yeah. Rodney Crowell and Susie Quattro. Yeah. My God. Susie
what
Quattro.
A great year.
I know, it's been fabulous, and my legs literally turned to jelly. I had no idea that this was planned. It was flung on me at the last minute. I had 3 minutes to digest what was actually happening, and I literally fell into a bucket of jelly. My body did all weird things, and I must have looked like the biggest idiot to her. But I just couldn't contain it. My lips trembled, my legs trembled, and she has been the inspiration throughout my whole life. I just love that woman and her music and her energy on stage, and so yeah, it was a real thrill.
Oh, you got me covered in absolute goosebumps. And for somebody that's a good friend of ours at another radio station, talks to Susie quite often, and for 70 years old, and she missed one of the calls because she was out jogging around the block. Like, seriously, I can't even jog to the local down the stairs, let alone around the block.
Oh, look, honestly, I'm the same. I had to register my trailer today, and I'm running around trying to, take the number plates off and run into the RTA, and I felt like, a 70-year-old myself, and I'm thinking, oh, gosh, I need to exercise more, I can only imagine what she's up to. She's just crazy.
I don't know, if she want to keep wearing those leathers, I suppose she does have to keep jogging, doesn't she?
She does.
But she looks fantastic.
Now, you mentioned Rodney Crowell. You got the opportunity to meet him. Now, that is just a songwriting machine, and he's been such a great influence over the years, and it always strikes me, Rodney being at one stage Johnny Cash's son-in-law, and his opportunity to work with Johnny in that. How was that meeting?
Oh, look, it was just, again, by chance, and it was literally, again, very humbling and very kind of, as a songwriter, put his artistry aside, but as a songwriter, he is my absolute hero, and the meeting with him by chance, and he just being in his presence alone just inspired me so much. I knew I have to be, more in depth with what I'm doing as a writer, and yeah, it was very humbling. He was the most grounded person I've ever met, and he was everything I imagined to be. It was beautiful, yeah.
Well, I'm very envious of you because I think you put out fantastic film clips. I loved the opportunity. I love the way that you had Angry Anderson in Track to Back. I thought that was brilliant. Willy Wagtail's just a lot of fun. It's fantastic. But I'm very envious for this weekend because, Tracy, you know that I'm a big River Cottage fan and River Cottage Australia. And where that's filmed each River Cottage Australia is at Tilba. And Lianna's going to be at Tilba this weekend for the festival. Tell us about that.
Oh, I know. Look, I'm actually, I might even kind of, spur a little more kind of envy because I was actually born down that way. That is where I grew up. So,
Darren's moving in, you know that, don't you?
Beautiful. Well, more than merrier. As a country home, my mother always taught me the door is always open.
That's
strangers, and always welcome. So, and I've taken that philosophy on throughout my life. And Tilba it's going home. I'm going home to my family, to my friends, my school friends, and we're going to have one hell of a shindig down there. I cannot wait to get back to. I call it Little Hobbit Town because it just looks like the Hobbit.
Oh, wow.
It's just so picturesque. It's beautiful, and the people are beautiful, and yeah, it's my home. That's where I'm going.
Well, we broadcast, of course, right around the world on the World Wide Web, and people could be listening in there south of Sydney
That's
saying,
right.
what am I going to do this weekend? Where am I going to go? Well, go and see Lianna and go and say g'day down at Tilba. It always looks beautiful countryside, and from what you're saying, it sounds great.
Oh, look, it is. Like I said, country living, like you cannot get any more organic than living down on the far south coast. It is just pristine.
And, of course, anybody out there who doesn't have Lianna's music or the new album, The Travellers, you can hop onto the website or you can get onto Facebook and get to the website that way and get a hold of it.
Absolutely, yeah, always available. So if it's not in that Sanity store, and I've been in a few, and sometimes it's not on the shelf, and my heart breaks a little bit, but it is available. So you can go online and or try and catch up with me live. I'll definitely send you a copy or sign one for you.
Well, it's a great album. Get along there and support Lianna when you can. Here is the brand new single, Willy Wagtail, and we'll catch up with you soon, Lianna Rose.
Thanks very much, guys. Have a lovely night.